What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the CFL podcast, where I would say it's breaking news. Maybe it's still breaking news to people who haven't heard it. So, former Alabama A&M commit, former University of Tennessee defensive lineman, Mr. Daryl Middleton, has decommitted from Alabama A&M. Of course, y'all knew that, but he has committed to Jackson State. He is going to be a Jackson State Tiger, helping revamp that defense, who at this point is already looking something crazy. So Daryl Middleton, for those of you who do not know, he is 6'7", 300 pounds, and the guy's a monster. As a matter of fact, man, he was one of the top 50 ESPN JUCO prospects when he came out of high school, because he came out of high school in Knoxville, and went to East Mississippi Community College. For those of you who aren't familiar with that school, that is the school who was on Last Chance U for the first few seasons, right? So, he comes from a good program in JUCO. He comes back home and he plays for the Volunteers, right? Who wouldn't want to come back home, play for your hometown team? He spends 2 years there, and I think in those 2 years, he played a total of 12 games. If I'm not mistaken, 12 games in 2 seasons, right? And in those 12 games, I think he totaled 43 total tackles, 21 of them solo, 3 sacks, and a forced fumble with 2 pass deflections. So that was his time at Tennessee. For some reason, he left again. I think he got into a little bit of trouble. I don't really disclose that information. I only speak positively about players on my channel. So, he left Tennessee. He went to West Virginia. Not a great season there statistically. I think he only finished with 3 tackles. So, and now, with his final year of eligibility, because he is a senior, he's on his way to Jackson State. Now, low stats don't really mean anything at that level ever since I seen James Houston make 15 tackles in his last year at Florida and then come to Jackson State and, was one of the top guys in sacks and tackles in the SWAC. So I think he could have a really big impact because the man is 6'7", 305 pounds. 6'7", 305 pounds. He's a unit. That man is a unit, right? So listen, this is shaping up to be a really big, a really strong defensive line for Jackson State. Man, that defense is looking outright scary. And the offense is looking even scarier, to be honest. So that's it. That's all I want to say about Daryl Middleton. And one last thing, it ain't over yet. So just be on the lookout. All right. But with that being said, man, y'all are watching the CFL podcast. I go by the name of Kobe. I'm out. Peace.